In this video, we will be troubleshooting issues that you might come across with some games on our PAL 1 handheld. So there's over 21,000 games on here. I can't test 21,000 games, otherwise you wouldn't have this until next decade, next century. So I've tested as many as I can, but you might find a few that may have, one or two that may have like slipped through the cracks. Like for instance, I've just seen here, this is Bug's Life on the Nintendo 64. Runs at a smooth frame rate, but oh, what's that? Flick is decapitated, so that's not good. But there's a few very simple things that you can do yourself to kind of weed out issues like that if and when you come across them. So I'm just going to show you with the Nintendo 64. We're going to quit the game. Now what I've done is I've set the core, the kind of software that runs these, to a different one than the default because it performs a lot better for all the games that I did test. But if you run into games that aren't performing better, you can change that to the default core that it uses. So for Bug's Life, we're going to press select on that. Going to go to the core, scroll down to the platform, which is Nintendo N64, and the one with the star next to it is the default platform. So right now I have everything set to this one, Rice Full, which is performing fine for all the games I tested. But if it doesn't, go down to the one with the star next to it, select that, and that's changed the core to the one with the star. So now when we open up the game, I'll show it to you now. And as you can see there, we can play around with Flick with his head on. So there you go. So that's a look at changing the core, it's called. If you run into any issues with that, that's an easy thing to kind of help you troubleshoot. Let's take a look at stuff with the PSP. Now, because there's only 25 PSP games, I've gone and tested them each, so you shouldn't run into issues. But say, for instance, you're playing through the game and you get to about like the halfway mark, like if you put hours into it, and there's like a bit that comes up that causes issues, there is something you can try here. So we'll pretend, for instance, this game's giving issues. I know it's not, but we'll just pretend. We're going to press the menu button. We're going to go across to our settings. Then we're going to go to graphics, go down to frame skipping. Now I've turned frame skipping on there, but if it's not enough, you can increase to skip more frames. And what that does is if it's running into issues with performance, it'll skip some frames. So it'll, rather than like slow the game down, it'll like take a few frames out to keep it at its speed. You shouldn't need to do this because, again, I've tested all 25, but that's just another example there of something you can try. If you've tried a few things yourself and nothing's working, and if you can get in touch with us and we're not able to do anything about it, unfortunately, just one of those things. Unfortunately, as I said, we can't test every one of the 21,000 plus games on here. It's just not feasible to do. You may want to consider removing it from the list of games there, just deleting it from the SD card to free up some space. So to do this, go to your applications, go to Dingux Commander, go across then to this side, which is your SD card number 2, which has all the games. Scroll down to SD card, down again to ROMs. Find the platform with the game that's having issues. So let's pretend, I don't know, one of the Amstrad games, for instance. Scroll to find the game, press X, go down then to delete, and that will delete it then from the card and from the list, just so it doesn't get in the way and might free up a bit of space for you as well. Then just press select and go down to quit to back out of it. So there you go. That's kind of troubleshooting or what to do if you run into games that don't run too well. Ideally now you shouldn't need to look at this video at all, but if you do, apologies. As I've said, there's over 21,000 games on this. It's just not feasible to test all of them. You might get some that run a bit poorly or some that might not work. Not much we could do there, but there may be something that you can do as we showed you there, and you can obviously get in touch with us and we'll help you as much as we can. And that's it. Thanks.